What's up everyone? Welcome back another day at Tales Up Pub. It is very rainy here today. We were supposed to do a photo shoot this morning. That did not happen. We're gonna have to wait till next week. That's pushing our deadlines a little bit closer. But in today's vlog, we wanted to talk about all about the difficulties of managing inventory with the handmade business.
It's definitely something that we've learned over time, and it's going to be... We're still learning, and it's gonna be different for every business. When there's other people who also sell bandanas, this is a common question, and I don't have a defined answer for anyone because everyone's business is different. It's gonna depend on your sizing and what you make and how you make it. So
and it depends on your system. Like for us, we're now cutting bandanas Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It was different when we cut bandanas every day. We had a little bit better idea what stuff we had in stock. So that's changed a little bit. And if you have a different system than that, obviously it's gonna be different for you.
Yeah, so I would say overall, it's a lot of trial and error, and it's okay to make mistakes. The biggest mistake you don't want to make is to have a customer buy something and you not be able to give it to them. So I always recommend erring on the side of having less on your website and always being able to
be conservative. That is pretty much we almost always err on the side of being conservative because, like Danielle said, it's really sad when you have to send out that message. I know you bought this, but we're out of stock. It's much better to be able to come in and be like, oh, we could have sold a few more or whatever. And as long as I guess my next biggest tip would be to do inventory on a consistent schedule. We do inventory minimum once per week where we sit down and go through a lot of our fabrics. But we actually, when we're cutting, if we get to a fabric that's low, we always will go and check the stock and say, how low are we? We'll kind of measure out what we think we can get. And I think that's another important part of it is as you gain experience, you're gonna start to learn with anything that's like handmade and fabric oriented, you'll learn how much fabric you have, how much you need to get X number of, bandanas or whatever item you're making.
And what we're doing isn't going to necessarily be the best thing for someone else because we have multiple people and we're able to shuffle the duties more, where if it's a one person doing it, maybe doing it every week isn't ideal because you wouldn't have the time to do it.
Correct.
So it's just gonna depend. And also this is very much to us in that we hand make our things to order. If you have a business where you buy, 5 clothing items and that's what you have and that's what you list, it's much easier for you. So if you're making something to order, it is going to be much more difficult for you. And even if you're making bandanas and you're watching this like I do the same thing as you have to weigh the pros and cons to if you were to make your products before you sell them versus making them to order. For us, we still choose to make ours to order, but I would definitely see why for a lot of people it would save a lot of time and headache if you just made the stuff and what you had was what you had, even if you're making it. So it's just going to depend on what you want.
Yeah, for us with like physical products that we buy wholesale, I think the best strategy for getting that correct is just being organized up front. We're going to talk to Inslee and Lauren a little bit about this because they are super organized for us. They help make sure that everything that we buy is on a spreadsheet somewhere, and if there's ever any mess ups, we know kind of what's happening, what we actually have.
We don't do that inventory every week. Like we're not recounting and rechecking like the shirts and the collars and stuff that we have because we already know what we have and what we sold, and that's a lot easier to keep track of. What Nick was saying about doing things weekly is really about our bandana inventory because as you've seen, we have yards of fabric, so it's a lot of guessing what can we get out of this amount because it's going to depend. If you have a yard of fabric and let's say you can get 20 bandanas, 20 extra small bandanas in the yard, but you can only get 5 extra larges out of a yard, you don't even know what people are going to order, so then you always have to guess. So that's why I'm saying for us, we always have to put less than what we have because you don't want to oversell anything, or I personally wouldn't want to oversell anything. So it's just going to depend on what sizes and what you do and how much fabric you have. And
and strange things always happen. As an example, medium and larges are typically our more popular sizes, but sometimes I'll go into a listing to like update the fabric and all of the extra larges or extra smalls are out, and it's like, that's such a strange thing. I didn't know that we sold that many extra smalls, but I guess sometimes like weird things will happen and you'll have a lot of extra smalls sell, and so that's why it's important. The more you can check it, while you need to be conservative, if you don't have the stuff listed, people can't buy it. So there's a fine line to balance there, I think.
Very true.
So I thought we could get a little update from Danielle, see what's going on in the personalization room.
Right now, Keelan is here. He just sewed all the bandanas, so now he's cutting, flipping, and pressing them. So my table is really empty. There's a few random ones here, but I can do those ones. And I just printed all the things, so they have to be weeded. and we are working on our subscription box page, so I actually have to show Nick some of the updates that I just did to that.
Ooh,
and
I didn't know.
Yeah, Ensley wrote a bunch of new things, and then I put them in and plugged them where they're supposed to go, so now I have to show Nick to get his approval on the way that it looks now. And that's most of my day, is a lot of the box things, because it is 2 days out from now is a launch, so we're just like really getting ready. We had all these notes up here because we didn't know. We were still confused, but we are getting it going, and I just let the brand reps like got their opinion on some things, and they are very helpful in thinking out problems that we have, because they understand from that perspective what it's like, and then we tell them from our perspective what it's like, and we can really go back and forth on what makes the most sense for, you know, products and things. This is kind of nuts, and says.
I'll order this.
Does it say how many shirts this is?
No, not on mine, at least.
This is for someone's store. They just wanted every Tails Up Pup thing in there, which has makes Hensley stay happy.
Stickers.
Whoa, and magnets.
Magnets. More stickers.
Do you know how much money? You know that they get half off for ordering for their store. What is your guess on how much this costed them?
I have to admit, I have the price right here.
Oh.
I could have lied and been like, 850.
Well, that's actually minus the commission from the wholesale.
Yeah,
so they paid $1,000 for all this.
yeah.
Yeah. Which really is $2,000.
But they're getting a lot of stuff.
They're getting a lot. Like every graphic tee.
Yeah, literally.
They are missing a few.
They are. Every graphic tee we've ever imagined.
Some of the sizing they got is weird too.
Some of it's so weird. That's why I'm like
this one's like small and
really
large.
checking it. Yeah.
And we're like, what about the medium?
It's weird.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. They're just
So much
all
weird
over the
stuff.
place.
But yeah, does it? Oh yeah, I just asked and you said no. Yeah, that if you had the price, then you have how many items are in there?
It's crazy.
It has 115 items. Crazy, and there's no bandanas. That's kind of sad.
No bandanas.
Very
That's a first.
sad. People
Maybe
are
not first,
commenting
but-
that they can see some sneak peeks sometimes in here.
Really?
Yeah.
You're like, ooh, yay.
Oopsie. And here are the girls taking their cat naps. What's your guess? How heavy?
This could be 20 pounds.
20 pounds. You
But
think
it
you'll
could
be lifting it that easily? Let's see. How are you even gonna fit it on here? Should we put it on the ground?
Break it.
No, this has 86 pounds. Wait till it gets to 0.
Are you even gonna be able to see?
Okay. I don't know. We need like an extender. Oh no.
Oh.
We need to like. Oh no.
Ah. What is it?
It is 25 pounds. That means you're strong.
Yeah, we're gonna have to estimate 25.
Yeah, it was like right under 25. Dang, 25 pounds of shirts.
That's like what, this is literally what we get like in the mail.
This
For,
is
like-
some happy mail.
Like when we order shirts or get them made or
I wonder
get
what-
like our sweatshirts from embroidery.
What kind of store do you think it is?
I don't know. A dog mom type store?
Could just be like a boutique.
Groomer, a boutique.
Oh, a groomer.
Groomer?
We gotta tell Nick. He's gonna be excited.
Yeah, and this is why I haven't come over yet.
Nick keeps texting me, is Ensley coming yet?
That was like the equivalent of when someone places an order wholesale for bandanas. Like sometimes, like they get all the different ones.
This is our biggest clothing order ever.
When I started doing that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get Dani to tell me and me check like we do with the bandanas.
Yeah.
That is
So much.
too much.
100 shirts. Well, yeah, probably right around that.
Yeah.
Crazy. Nick, let's come lift this and guess how many pounds it is.
This is why I haven't rushed over.
This thing?
Yeah.
That's a wholesale order.
This is
Of course he doesn't think
almost
it's
like
heavy.
20 pounds. 23 pounds?
You said almost 20 and now you're saying 23.
23.
23 pounds?
Yep.
Dang. It was like 24 and something.
Pretty good. Okay. We have all 3 of the ladies here that handle the inventory. Danielle and I talked about some of the inventory stuff, but I wanted you guys to give like each a little bit of a brief thing about what you do for the inventory. I was thinking that we'd start with Lauren since she has her inventory sheet pulled up right there.
Well, Ensley and I actually worked together to make this, so what we did is we're just thoughts on this prank?
It's a good prank.
Do you think she's gonna be mad?
No.
you think she'll laugh? Okay, we'll see. Connor, we're getting some behind the scenes. What do you think about this? Whose idea was this?
This was Nick's idea, and I love it. I support it 100%. I'm so pumped to see Inslee squeal.
I just want to say I'm not a fan of this prank, but I'm being forced to go along with it. I hope she doesn't pee her pants. Watch him take another 10 minutes to get over here.
Can you see me at all?
No.
Do you guys want to stand over there so I can get you guys on to ask y'all questions together?
Me and them, or just them two?
You can stand there as well.
Well, Inslee and I actually worked together to make this, so what we did is we're
Surprise, Inslee!
instant replay.
Did we get you?
Yes!
It's a big box!
I didn't even notice it!
Oh my god.
Where'd you think Connor was?
I don't know! I didn't think about it until now.
Down.
You should have told me! Sheila was egging it on the whole time. The boys have been waiting for this all day.
Yeah.
Is that why you're like, can you come over here? They started planning this like first thing this morning.
Yeah, whenever we saw the box, we were like, we have to jump out of this. For sure. And we're like, who are we going to scare? And it's like, Inslee.
It had to be Inslee because Danielle was over here and you were the only one that doesn't work over here, so it had to be you.
So are we really talking about inventory? Or
Well,
the
this is actually a vlog about inventory, but it was mainly to trick you so that we could play this prank.
Okay.
But in all seriousness, I did want to ask you guys, and you guys talk about what you do for inventory. So you guys can give. Inslee handles most of the inventory for like when stuff in comes to Tails Up Pop, and Lauren really helps like make sure everything.
Yeah, I'll begin. So every time a box comes to us, it's like items that we've bought wholesale. That includes like all of our clothes for like the boutique portion of Tails Up Pup, and toys, collars, anything like that. I get like the packing slip and the information that has like what we bought it for, the quantities of everything, what exactly it is, and then I put it into this inventory tracker that Lauren made, and her job after that is to basically pull all the data and information for people that actually bought it and what we sold it for and everything, and she does all of her magic. So my main thing is to put in the information when incoming items are here and continue to update it.
And Lauren, want to talk about your magic skills?
Yeah, so like Inslee said, we work together to make this spreadsheet, and then so once she's got everything in here, then I'll pull a report. We're gonna do it this year. We're gonna do it once a month and update what's been sold, and then that'll allow us. And then she also keeps track of like if they sent us anything that was damaged, if they sent us. So I'll keep track of everything that was sold, and then anything that couldn't be sold, and then we'll just make sure it zeroes out at the end of the year.
It's crazy how much stuff we have that has been purchased wholesale and isn't stuff that we make, like the bandanas, how much stuff we've added even since I started, and since this sheet was started from the beginning before even like Lauren was here.
Inslee literally started this sheet out of nowhere, out of nothing.
It looked like a kindergartner did it on Excel. It was really tragic. I was like that person on their resume that said proficient in Excel, and I never used it before. I was trying to pretend like I knew how.
Proficient.
I'm like, yeah, I know I'm proficient in Excel. And then Lauren came and she's actually like proficient. She's above proficient.
Well, Lauren, this is like what we talk about. Everybody wears multiple hats. Lauren was a data analyst before this. So you have extensive skills.
Yeah, I didn't really realize it would become useful in this job, but it has been really useful because it helps us keep all of our orders and data and tax stuff and all that organized, so that's nice.
It has backfired that I did not save your number.
Why?
Why didn't you save her number?
Lauren was very offended the other day that I did not save her number on my phone, and then I still never did. And I was trying to tell them without Nick being in there, so I started a group chat being like, coming in 1 minute! So Connor could, I sent it to the wrong Lauren.
You said it.
She's like, run, Lauren. I was like, oops. So Connor
Serves
and
you right.
a different owner is in the group chat knowing that I was coming in 1 minute.
Connor and a rant.
Preparing, like, okay, I don't know.
It's like 1 minute.
When are you coming?
Oh, I didn't know if Nick told you that we were coming. So then I was like,
Yeah, he told us and then no one saw it, so Connor was just sitting in the box like, hello?
Connor's been in that box for
Well, I don't know,
an
sometimes
hour.
he goes to Home Depot and he's working on a project, or like, I don't know, maybe he's outside hooping at the basketball court. I don't know.
Could
as
be.
soon as I walked in, I was like, they should have shut the bathroom door all the way because
Right,
then we
yeah.
would have just thought he was in the bathroom.
Well, we had done that, but it was getting.
Oh. I went to the bathroom and
But you didn't ruin the prank.
And you didn't think about Connor, so it worked out.
I
well.
really didn't.
That's
Which
good.
makes me feel kind of bad.
So you were genuinely surprised.
What?
You're coming over to do inventory. And
Yeah.
I'm not involved with inventory.
Yeah, you weren't on my mind.
And Nick didn't give Ensley a minute to think about her life because he's just like, we're filming right now.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to do the vlog stuff first, so we could, one, get this out of the way and like actually do the prank because Connor wouldn't suffocate, and two, just because we actually do have to sit down and do inventory stuff.
I know.
So
That's
sad.
what's gonna take the rest of the day. So thank y'all for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.